Okay, we have been working on solving equations for a couple of weeks now. We have gotten into solving multi-step equations, and now we're going to throw a little twist at you. You are now going to learn that sometimes equations don't have the kind of solutions that you're used to. If you look on the bottom of page 154, you have a graphic that says number of solutions, and you'll realize that there's three different possibilities. The first one is called null set. The second one is called one solution. And the third one is called identity. Well, one solution, the middle one, you're already used to that. That's a typical equation where you solve it and you find at the end of the equation that your variable equals something. That's one solution. That's piece of cake. So since you already know what one solution is, we're going to focus on the other ones. Okay, the first one we're going to focus on is called null set. All right, I want you to read this sentence with me after 2, 1, 2. Some equations have no solution. This is called a null set. All right, so the key word there is no solution. All right, no solution. And you might be wondering, what do you mean no solution? Well, let me show you. We're going to do this example together. Remember, we've been working on distributive property, okay? And it's very important that we continue to practice that skill. So when we look at this example on the board, I need to take care of these grouping symbols, these parentheses. So what am I going to do here on the left side of the equation? All right, Devin says we're going to multiply 4 times 5x, and what will that get me? Very good, 20x. Bring down that addition symbol. And then 4 times 3, which will be 12. I will still have the minus 6x. That's not going anywhere. But now notice I have distributive property on the other side as well. All right? 7 times 2x is going to get me what? Very good. And 7 times 3 is 21. Okay? All right. So now we've got to try and solve this. One thing that you should notice is we've got an x in like 3 different places. We've got variables on both sides of the equation, but over here I have 20x and I'm trying to subtract 6x. What I can do is, because they are the same kind of term, I can take care of those right away, right? So what is 20x? If I rewrote this, 20x minus 6x plus 12, I can take care of this 6x right away. What's 20x minus 6x? 14x. So I've got 14x plus 12 equals 14x plus 21. Okay? Now let me move that over here. So once again, 14x plus 12 equals 14x plus 21. Now, some of you are probably looking ahead and thinking, well, what are we doing next? What if I get rid of that 14x? Okay? All right? So if I get rid of 14x right here, what do I have to do on the other side? Subtract 14x. Good job, Trey. Now, these both become a zero pair. And what do I have left on this side? 12. What do I have left on this side? Well, we have a problem. Because the last time I checked, 12, thank you, Devin, 12 don't equal 21, right? And so what I'd like to do is I just put, if you put a little line through the equal sign, it means does not equal, okay? So if you solve a multi-step equation and you get to this point where you have 12 equals 21, what do? Well, maybe you want to check your work first and make sure you didn't make any mistakes. But if you're confident in your work, then the answer is just null set. And null set means what? No solution. All right, so this example does not have a solution. All right, what is the other one we talked about? The other one we talked about was identity. All right, and that was this one over here, identity. All right, so read this along with me, please, after 2, 1, 2. For some equations, every number is a solution. This is called an identity. Okay, so sometimes any number will work. Let me show you what we mean by that. So this may look familiar to you. Let's go ahead and solve this one together. We already did 3 times 4x before, and that was 12x. 3 times 8 is 24. On the other side, when I do 2 times 6x, I get 12x, and 2 times 12 equals. So, once again, what do we already notice about the 2 halves of the equation? Tell your neighbor. What do you notice about the 2 halves of the equation? Okay, Trey, is that what you were going to say? The 2 sides of the equation are the same. So, I have 12x plus 24 equals 12x plus 24. Now, if you want, I can simplify this, okay? I could subtract 24 from both sides and end up with 12x equals 12x. Oops. Try that. Make that a 12. And then I could divide by 12 on both sides, right? And I get x equals x, okay? So, no matter what number I choose, if I choose to put in 11 for x, if I put 11 on this side and 11 on that side, the 2 sides will equal each other. If I use 15, like Devin said, if I use 37, no matter what number I put in, all right, every solution will work. And this is what we call an identity. So when you are solving problems today and it's just not working out, or it's funky and both sides equal each other all the time, don't think that you've made a mistake. Pay attention to the different types of solutions that you have. You have one solution, which is what we're used to. You have null set, meaning there is no solution that will work. And then there is identity, which any number will work. Okay? I would like you to try the got it's on the bottom of page 154. Got it? C and D at the bottom of page 154. 155. That's what I said.